of us don't want to take that step that gets us out of our comfort zone or takes a risk, thinking there's always tomorrow to do the thing that frightens us. Well, author Todd Henry says tomorrow is now. His book is called Die Empty, Unleash Your Best Work Every Day, and Todd's here to tell us more. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's be honest. This is an attention-grabbing title, Die Empty. Explain what that means, though.
It is. Well, you know, I think so many people, because we feel like we have the luxury of so much time to get around to what matters to us, we push important priorities into the future. So we push them to tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And one day our tomorrows run out. And we take all of that value to the grave with us. We never get around to the things that matter. So what I wanted to do is provide a framework based on people who have been really successful at doing that to help people engage in the work that matters every day and get that out of them instead of pushing it into the future.
And this is interesting because we're talking a creative process in many ways, but
That's
you've kind of listed some steps, like a guideline to get there. So how do you take that first step? What's the first step we need to take?
Well, I think one of the things that people often don't do is they don't define the battles they want to be known for. And we will ultimately be known for the battles that we choose to spend our time fighting. And so what is it about the work that you're doing that is eminently important to you? What is it that you refuse to allow to advocate your contribution on, and instead choose to define your work and orient your days in your life around fighting those battles? I mean, that's kind of step number one, is decide what you want to do, right? And then orient your tasks around that.
You also say be fiercely curious. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, well, I think there's a group of people I call the busily bored. These are people who they're very busy, they've got a lot going on in their life, but they're not asking the deeper questions that lead to better work. Those who ask the best questions ultimately are the ones who provide the most value to the marketplace. So we have to pay attention to the questions behind the questions, ask better questions, feed our curiosity, develop our mind, this amazing tool that we have, right? Feed our mind, develop our capacity to ask better questions. And as we do that, then we'll find we're getting closer and closer to the core issues we want to work on.
We hear the term comfort zone. I just said it a few minutes ago. It's one of those things that's kind of batted about, but how do you get out of it? How do you do something that's a little off track?
Well, we talk a lot about goal setting, but I think sometimes people get paralyzed when they think about the big thing that they want to do. And they fail to realize that every big goal that they want to accomplish is the result of a lot of small goals along the way, little deltas that we create every day. So what I challenge people to do is, sure, think about the big goal, the stretch goal, but then create a series of sprint and step goals to help you get where you want to be.
And again, the book is called Die Empty. If you want to hear more from Todd, you can do that tomorrow. It's at the Madison Event Center in Covington from 8 to 10. He'll be discussing this from stem to stern. It's called Die Empty, the Business Lecture Series. Thanks so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.